Hey guys, long time overdue update on the 100 gallon tank. This is Tim and this is my channel, Tim's Tank. If any of you have been following me for the last few months, and it literally has been a couple months at least since I did an update on this tank, and the reason was we moved to a new house, and August, September, October, November was buying and all that that's involved with that, and closing and moving, and then selling the old house, which we just finished up a couple of weeks ago. So, but we're in a new home, and the tank is set up, and gone through some ups and downs in the tank too. Obviously, when you transition and move a tank from one house to another house, we had a temporary tank set up, and I won't go into all that, but everybody, all the fish are still, I didn't lose any fish. I did lose some coral, particularly SPS. But I guess for everything that the tank has been through, the fish and the inhabitants and the corals, all in all, I guess we did pretty good. I had about 3 weeks ago, just when I thought everything was going fine, had it looked like it was really bad cyano, but it didn't look red. I don't know if it was because of the lights made it look a different color, but it looked more brown to me than, and it just really had covered up everything, and none of the corals were opening up, and it was looking really, really dire and really bad. All the corals looked really in bad shape. And so I just decided, I think I had the same thing before, and so I hit it with the ChemiClean. It took me 2 times, but that finally cleared everything up. It was like that stuff just gets all over the corals and it's almost like it's choking them, And after a few days, it finally cleared up, and I was able to get that out of the tank, and the corals started to perk up again. It took him a while, still about a week or so, and still one of the corals, if you can see down in the right-hand corner, my elegance coral, it's coming back, but it's still not back to what it was. It was about 3 times that size before, but that one's coming back very slowly, and that one probably took the most damage, I guess. So besides some of the SPS. But most of the other corals are responding. My green leather up there on the right hand upper green leather toadstool is right now, it's not opening up. I don't know what it's mad about today. I changed water earlier today. I'm doing it every 2-week water change schedule, so it might be still mad something about that. But anyway, all the rest of the euphyllias, the hammers, the frog spawn, that green stuff up on top, believe it or not, is some branching star polyps, and it's going crazy now. I had to trim some of it back. There's even a frag down the lower, in the middle front. I fragged some of it off. So I gotta. If you live in the El Paso area and you'd like to have some branching star polyps, just give me a holler, and I'll fix you up. The fish are all doing fine. The fox face. The Naso tang, my old, my old pal, the blue tang, who's been with me forever, about 6 years now. Both of the wrasses, which are over there on the right-hand side now, the yellow and the Hovens wrasse, or whichever name you choose. The black and white the clown is in the back, and the snowflake is in front here. He's actually grown a lot. He was a lot smaller now when I first got him. He's about to catch up with the black and white now. So, and there's a few other. There's 2. Well, here comes the flame angel out in front now. There he is. And let's see who else is in there. There's a Watchman diamond Watchman goby in there who keeps the sand pretty clean. And like 2 shrimp. And there's a Royal Grimal in there somewhere. Doesn't like to come out too much. Probably hiding behind the rocks there. But anyway, back to the tank. Just in general, it's back in pretty good shape now. like I said, I just did a water change today, and all the you can see the have several different types of zoas, fire and ice, and some other ones that I can never remember the name, but there's some blue tubs in there, covered the rock pretty well. Several different types of Euphyllia frog farm. Got some in the lower, down on the sand, on the rock on the sand. I got a Blastomussa. I've got two types of pallies, nuclear greens, and the red ones over here on the left. I keep those on a separate rock because I like the nuclear greens a lot, and so does my wife. But when I had them before in another tank, they'll take off and they'll just take over the rock. So, I mean, they're nice, but you don't want pallies all over everything. So, I try to keep them kind of isolated. In the very middle there, I'm trying to get going with some mushrooms. There's some green Recordia mushroom frags, which I just got. There's an orange Recordia in there too. I'm going to try to get a lot of green and add a couple more orange there, right there in the middle rock where the fox face is peeking out and coming out there. Yeah, he's right by the green Recordias. I just got those frags in recently. That's probably the newest coral inhabitants in the tank. And so we're going along pretty good now, and it's just been really kind of rough the last few months with, like I said, moving from one house to another and buying one, selling the other, and then you go into the holiday season, and plus I'm a big college football fan, so I'm trying to keep up with those things, and so the tank is probably, probably taking kind of a back seat the last few months, and I even had it at the old house. It was stayed at the old house. It was the last thing to come to the new house. It probably stayed in that old house by itself for about a month. It was about the only thing left in the house, and I would just go to the old house and check on it every day, give the fish food, and take care of the filtration and stuff, make sure everything was going okay. I would stop by there when it's close to the area that I work in every day. So, but we're up and going again. Hopefully I'll be able to now give updates on the tank, and my plan is to buy a lot more corals. I need to get some SPS, some acros. Really want to get some millies and start adding those to the tank. And I did have one other thing. I did have some phosphate. I was having trouble with phosphates, and I did the phosphate RX. I just used half a dose, and that dropped down my phosphates real well. And so that was just earlier this week. I did that. Got the phosphate level down real well. So, all right. Well, anyway, there's a short, brief update. It's been a long time overdue. And hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And hopefully I'll have another video out right around about this time, maybe 10 days from now. I'll put out another update. Hopefully by then I'll have a couple more corals in so you can see what I got. And hit the, if you haven't already, subscribe please, and hit the like and touch that bell and get notifications when I put out the next video. Merry Christmas to everybody.